Okay, great talks. Let's look at this problem. What I need you to do, please pause the lesson, make sure that you read the statement and understand the statement. We have a hot air balloon that is ascending. It's ascending at a constant velocity. So at a height of 92.5, we drop a sandbag. So now what I need you guys to understand is that if something is moving up and we drop an object on a moving on an object that is going up. So let's say we drop that sandbag at this point. Let's call that point A. The sandbag, before it goes down, it will start going up, where it will start moving up. Then it will come back to this point, so we can call this B, we can call this C. So the velocity that it goes from A to B, then when it's at B, it reaches what? The maximum height. Then it will come back with the same velocity that it moved from A to B. So now, what I need you to understand now, the question says that from this height, it takes what? That sandbag 5 seconds to reach the ground. Make sure you pause the lesson, understand the statement. They want you to calculate the velocity of the balloon when the sandbag is dislodged. Please remember that whatever velocity that the balloon is moving with is the velocity of the sandbag when it is dropped. So we can use, let's do data. So on my data, I'm going to take up as positive. First thing first, if we take up as positive, what is delta y equals to? Delta y is going to be, remember the sandbag is moving downwards. So if it's moving downward, we set up as positive, so the displacement will be negative because the object is moving downward, and we take up as positive because we are trying to calculate the velocity of the sandbag, the initial velocity of the sandbag. The initial velocity of the sandbag, it will be equal to the velocity of the balloon. Please, that is very important for you to understand. So now I'm going to have the acceleration to be negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Remember, the acceleration always acts downward. And then now they said it will take 5 seconds for the sandbag to move. So now my delta t, my time, it will be 5 seconds. Right, now that we have all this information, let's do this now. We're going to choose the vertical projectile motion formula, the one that doesn't have the velocity. So the one that I'll go with is delta y. It's equals to v initial delta t plus 1 over 2 a delta t squared. Please make sure that you choose the correct formula. Make sure that your data is correct. So this will be negative 9.2.5. We equate to v initial, which is what we are looking for, and my time is 5. Right, so I'm going to add 1 over 2 into negative 9.8, and the time is 5. This will be 5 squared. So now I need you to work out this and calculate your v initial. Just to save time, please isolate the initial velocity. So this will be negative 9.2.5. Let's quickly fix that now. So we can say that this will be negative 92.5. Therefore, the negative, remember we have a negative, so this guy will come this side, and this will be positive half of, now the 9.8 will be positive now, into 5 squared, it's equals to what? V initial into 5. So to find the velocity, we need to divide both sides by 5. Everything this side by 5. So you just have to punch that on the calculator. And when you put this on the calculator, therefore, you'll find that your initial velocity is 6 meters per second. Right, but now remember, this is the velocity of the sandbag when the sandbag moves down, and we are looking for the velocity of what? Of the hot air balloon. So the hot air balloon moves up, so the velocity will be upwards. Guys, I know that there are a lot of confusions when it comes to this type of problem. Just try to understand the statement. If a hot air balloon moves up and we drop something out of a hot air balloon, the velocity of the send back will be the same as that constant velocity of what? Of the hot air balloon that is ascending with. I hope you understand that concept. And that's it. You've managed to calculate the velocity of what? The velocity of the hot air balloon. Please make sure that you follow us on TikTok so that you don't miss the next lesson. Make sure that you subscribe on our YouTube channel so that you don't miss the next lesson, and we'll make sure that you feel at home.